Assalamu alaikum guys, welcome to our channel Chemistry World, and I'm your instructor WAHAJ KHALIL. Welcome to IGCSE series, and today we are going to solve about 2003 MCQ section of 0620 May June. So stay tuned and watch the video till end. Thanks. So it is our paper of May June 2003 0620 01, and we have only 45 minutes to solve this paper. The diagram shows how to obtain pure water from seawater. Where do water molecules lose energy? At A, B, C or D? In a flame, B, water is stored, so no loss of energy. There is C, in which water vapors converted back into water. So there is phase change from liquid from vapor to liquid, so there is energy loss. C, option C. A solid metal is heated until it turns to vapor. The graph shows the temperature of a metal during this process. Which part of the graph shows the the melting point of metal? So D is the boiling point, and here the metal is solid. Here is the melting point, that B is the right option. And MCQ number 3, some chemical compounds are purified by recrystallization. What can be used to test the purity of crystals? Its melting point, its color of crystals, size of crystals, or solubility. So the purity of crystals can be identified by the option A, melting point. And MCQ number 4, what could be the melting point and boiling point of water containing a dissolved impurity? The melting point of water, there is an elevation in boiling point and depression in freezing point because of dissolved impurity in water, as we already know that. So option number D, there is depression in melting point and elevation in boiling point. MCQ number 5, which number in the table is -1? A, B, D. So as we know that the relative particle charge and relative mass, electron is A, neutron has a charge C, and neutron has a relative mass 1, proton has 1. So the charge on electron is -1, so it's -1 charge, A. What is the electronic structure of an atom with a proton number 5 and a nucleon number 11? Nucleon number means mass, atomic mass. So protons are 5, so electrons are also 5. So as we know that S contains 2 and 1s2, 2s2, 2p1, so 3 plus 2, 5. So option C is the right one. MCQ number 7, what changes when an ion is made from an atom? When an ion is made from an atom, a number of electrons only, the number of neutrons only, the number of protons only, and the number of both protons and neutrons. So it's A option. So the number of electrons only changes when an ion is made from an atom. Strontium Sr is a metal that forms an ionic chloride CrCl2. Sulfur S is a non-metal and its form a covalent chloride SCl2. Which compound is likely to have high melting point and which is more soluble in water? Well, we know that ionic compounds are polar, so they dissolve in water, so they also have a high melting point. Ionic, it's A, more soluble and higher melting point. The relative mass of an oxygen is 16 and that of the hydrogen is 1. This means that dash of oxygen has the same mass dash of hydrogen. So fill the blanks. Gap 1, an atom of 2 molecules of hydrogen, an atom with 8 molecules of hydrogen, a molecule 16 atoms of hydrogen, and a molecule 8 atoms of hydrogen. So which option is the right one? It's an option number B. This means that an atom of oxygen has the same mass as 8 molecules of hydrogen. 8 molecules of hydrogen contain, 1 molecule contains 2 atomic mass, relative atomic mass. So 8 hydrogens contain 16 relative atomic mass. So option number B. Now the diagram show a model of a molecule containing carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. So the black one is carbon, I think. Hydrogen are here, and if it is oxygen then it is hydrogen. It means that it is a molecule of an alcohol containing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hydrogens, 2 carbon and 1 oxygen. How many atoms of each of the following is present? So 1 oxygen, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hydrogen and 2 carbon. Option number C. MCQ number 11. Water is formed when 48 grams of oxygen combined with 6 grams of hydrogen. What mass of oxygen combines with 2 grams of hydrogen? 48 grams with 6 grams, then we have to divide 48 by 6. So 6 are 36, 6 7 are 42 and 6 8 are 48. Means 1 with 8 grams of hydrogen. Sorry, 8 with 1 gram of hydrogen. So what mass of oxygen combines with 2 grams of hydrogen? 8 with 1 gram of hydrogen, then 2 grams of hydrogen equals to 16 grams of oxygen. So the option B is the right option here. MCQ number 12. The diagram show how aluminum is manufactured by electrolysis. The anode, the molten aluminum, the cathode. What are the anode and cathode made up of? Is that aluminum? Is that graphite aluminum? Is that graphite or graphite? So we are preparing or manufacturing aluminum, so why an anode or cathode made up of aluminum? They must made up of another metal. So the another metal is here graphite, so it is the right option. The student set up the apparatus, the bulb does not light. After the student adds a substance X to the water the bulb light. What is X here? X must be a compound which ionizes in water to conduct electricity. Is it calcium carbonate? Is it carbon? Is it copper? 2-sulfate? Is it ethanol? So we can see that C is the right option. If we say calcium carbonate, it will give us an exothermic reaction. That is wrong. Option number 14. The following elements have radioactive isotopes. So which element is used as a source of energy because of its radioactivity? The source of energy, we got energy from uranium-236, as we already know that. So uranium is the right option here. When a hydrogen is passed over a heated metal oxide, the metal and steam are formed. So what happened to the hydrogen and to the metal oxide? Hydrogen oxidizes, or metal oxidize, deoxidize hydrogen and metal reduced. So when the hydrogen attached to metal, it reduced, and hydrogen will oxidize here, and excess of hydrogen burning is obtained. So it reduces metal. So metal oxide reduce. What is reduction? Reduction is loss of electron. No, reduction is gain of electron and gain loss of oxygen, gain of hydrogen, and decrease in the oxidation state. So which one is reduced? Metal is reduced and hydrogen is oxidized. Here option B is the right option. When hydrated copper sulfate is heated, in the operators shown, solid X and liquid Y are produced. Hydrated copper sulfate is heated in the cold water. Which changes are noticed when liquid Y is added to cold solid X? Cold solid X. Color change from blue to white and heat given out. Color change from blue to white, heat taken in. And what white to blue, heat given out, and white to blue, heat taken in. So the metal is copper sulfate and a cold solid X when a liquid Y is added. So copper sulfate when it is non-hydrated. If it is hydrated, it is blue. So when a liquid cold water is dipped in it, it converts into, if it is blue, it is cold solid X in its hydrated form. So it means cold solid X at that time is white and its non-hydrated form, and when a liquid Y is added, it is hydrated and its color changes into blue, and heat is illuminated. It is an exothermic reaction. So option number C is the right option here. MCQ number 17. A solution of hydrogen peroxide H2O2 releases oxygen slowly at room temperature. The diagram shows the effect of adding blood to the solution. When the blood is added, after adding the blood, the bubbles produced rapidly. So what could be the reason for the observed change? The blood contains an enzyme, the blood contains water, the hydrogen peroxide becomes more concentrated, and the hydrogen peroxide is neutralized by blood. So the blood contains a lot of enzymes. It is a tricky option. Option number 18. A liquid acts with a solid Y to form a gas. Which two diagrams show suitable method for investigating the speed of reaction? So for only a balance, I think this one is correct. 2, and for measuring the speed of a reaction, the 3 is right. So 2 and 3. So option C is the right option here. MCQ number 19. Which substance does not form copper 2 sulfate with warm diluted sulfuric acid? With warm diluted sulfuric acid. Is it copper 2 carbonate? Is it copper hydroxide? Is it copper oxide? Is it copper? It is copper. Option number A. It does not form copper 2 sulfate with warm dilute sulfuric acid. Next one, option number 20. MCQ number 20. Which test method and gas are correctly linked? A lighted splint with oxygen, wrong. A lighted splint is with hydrogen, and a glowing splint is with hydrogen, wrong. The glowing splint is with oxygen. So these are wrong, both. Damp litmus paper, yeah, this one could be right. Lime water or alumina, no. So option C is the right option here. Water is added to a test tube containing dilute sulfuric acid of pH 4. When water is added to the sulfuric acid, the pH must increases from acidic to basic character. So what could be the pH of the resulting solution? Is it 4? No. It will be increased. Is it 2? No. Is it 8? No. 8 is basic. Is it 6? Yes. It is increased but acidic. Magnesium on the left of periodic table of the period 2 of the periodic table is more metallic than chlorine on the right of this period. Why is this? Magnesium has a fewer electrons, a fewer protons, fewer full shells of electrons, or fewer outermost electrons. Magnesium has fewer full shells electrons. Or is it right? No, it has a lot of electrons. Fewer outermost electrons. Yeah, this one be the right option. An inert gas X is used to fill water weather balloons. Which description X are correct? Number of outer electrons in atoms of X2 and the structure of gas is a single atom. Single atoms. Single atom, only one single atom helium contain 2 electrons, and it is also an inert gas, so option number A. A student is asked to complete 2 sentences. Metallic and non-metallic elements are classified in dash. This can be used to dash the properties of elements. Which word correctly completes the gaps? Is the periodic table to predict? Is the reactivity series to measure, or reactivity series to predict? Metal and non-metal elements are classified in periodic table, and this can be used to predict the properties of elements, so option number B. MCQ number 25. Which material is an alloy that contain a non-metal element? So brass is an alloy, hematite is not an alloy, manganese is not an alloy, steel is an alloy, but brass don't contain a non-metal, so its option is non. So steel contain carbon, so it is right. The table gives information about the reactivity of 3 metals PQR. Metal P burns with spark, Q slowly form an oxide, R reactions with steam, form an oxide, no reaction, and so what is the order of reactivity of P, Q and R from most reactive? So the most reactive would be P, then R and then Q. P, R, Q. So option number B, P, R, Q. The bodies of an aircraft are often made using an aluminium. Which 2 properties of an aluminum make it suitable for this purpose? It is a good conductor of electricity. No. It is slow. It is strong and low density. Option number D. It is an easy MCQ. Such an easy MCQ. Option MCQ number 28. Which raw material are used in the manufacture of iron? Manufacture of iron, the raw material is hematite and limestone. Option number D. In car industry, approximately 45,000 liters of water are required. Liters required to produce a single car. This water does not need to be very pure. So which purification method would be suitable to economic? Is it chlorinated? Chlorine is used to purify when it is directly related to health. Is it distilled? Distillation is a very expensive process at high level. So for washing, none of these methods are used. Option number D. A pie chart shows a composition of air. We had studied in atmospheric chemistry chapter. What are the gases in part 1, 2 and 3 of the chart? Part 1 is nitrogen, it is 79%. Part 2 is oxygen, which 21%. Part 3 is other gases. Option number 2. A steel works and a chemical works are built near to a building. The limestone buildings in the city begin to crumble. Which gas is most likely to cause this damage? Limestone can easily be react with sulfuric acid. So if sulfur dioxide is present in air and rainwater react with sulfur dioxide to form a sulfuric acid, and option number D is the right option here. Which methods can be used to prevent rusting of an iron girdle of a bridge? For a bridge is very large, as we know that. Coat it with grease, no. Electroplate it can't be. Paint it, so yeah, it's paint. So option number D is the right one. A student heats a mixture of ammonium chloride NH4 Cl and a calcium hydroxide CaOH 2. So she tests the gas given off with damp red litmus paper. What is the name of the gas and the final color of the litmus paper? Now the litmus paper is red. It means its color changes into blue for ammonia. A NH3, it is a base. A newspaper article claims that carbon dioxide is formed as follows: during respiration, during calcium carbonate react with hydrochloric acid, calcium carbonate CaCO3 with HCl, it releases. With burning of methane in air, as we know that when the organic compound burn, it produces carbon dioxide. Which statements are correct? 1, 2 and 3. 1, 2 and 3. All options produces carbon dioxide. The diagram shows how the pH of the industrial waste changes when the X is added to it. After added X, it would be basic. What is the substance X here? Is it coal, is it lime, is it salt, or is it water? From acidic to basic, it's we can say that it is an industrial waste. We can say that it's lime, and we can say that it's water. Our diagram shows a model of an organic compound. What is the name? It is carbon. It is carbon and 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it is ethane. Option number A. Bitumen is a substance obtained from a fractional distillation of petroleum. What are the boiling points and size of the molecules in butane? Boiling points and size are large and boiling point is high. A. Option A. Which hydrocarbon in the table are members of same homologous series? State at room temperature, reaction with oxygen, aqueous reactions with bromine. We have to see the reactions must be same. Room temperature is gas and it is liquid. It burns, it also burns, it decolorizes bromine, it also decolorizes bromine. So 1 and 3. Option number B. Last two MCQs. Which of the molecules can be polarized? Shown can be polarized. For the polarization, there must be a carbon-carbon double bond. Option number C is the right option here. Which conditions are necessary to ferment sugar to the ethanol? If yeast is present in temperature must be 30. Option number C. So guys, if you like that video, please share, subscribe, and don't forget to press the bell icons. Thanks. Here's lime.